Have you ever really stopped to think about the shape of your home? I mean, really think about it. The box. Four corners, a floor, a ceiling. It's just how we build. But what if I told you that that very shape, the one we take for granted, is fundamentally broken? Today, we're going to dive into a radical alternative, an architectural form that pretty much challenges everything we think we know about shelter. And believe me, this isn't just about design, it's about survival.
And that right there is a powerful statement from our guide, Elena. Corners are where energy goes to die. What does she even mean by energy? Well, she's talking about everything. Structural strength, how well it holds heat, even the way a space makes you feel. It's a pretty bold claim, especially when you think about the fact that we've been building this way for centuries.
You know, this design is something we just inherited. It's a habit, passed down and down again. But just because something feels familiar doesn't mean it's the best way to do things. Sure, a box is easy to draw, it's easy to build with straight lumber, but as we're about to see, that rigidity, it's actually a huge weakness. And its shape is basically a recipe for inefficiency.
Okay, so this lays out the basic physics perfectly. In a box, any force, gravity, wind, you name it, gets funneled directly into the corners. Those joints become these massive stress points, the most natural places for the whole thing to fail. But the dome? It has no corners. Force just gets distributed evenly across the entire surface, flowing smoothly right down into the foundation. It's the difference between a structure that fights against force and one that just harmonizes with it.
And this really gets to a fundamental truth. I mean, look around. Nature builds with curves. Think about an eggshell, a planet, or even just a single drop of water. These shapes are so strong and so efficient for one reason. They distribute force perfectly. The dome isn't some crazy new invention. It's us rediscovering a principle the universe perfected billions of years ago.
All right, so with that principle in mind, let's get into the first big proof point, how this incredible geometry creates what is essentially an unbreakable shell against the raw power of Mother Nature.
Just picture a hurricane. When those winds slam into the flat wall of a normal house, it creates this enormous pressure. The wind literally has something to push against. But the dome's aerodynamic shape, it offers no flat surface. The wind just flows right around it, completely unable to get a grip. It's such an elegant solution to a really violent problem.
And what about threats coming from below? An earthquake always attacks a building's weakest points, the seams, the joints. A monolithic dome doesn't have any. It's a single, continuous shell of steel and concrete. It moves as one unified object, which makes it almost impossible to tear apart.
And the resilience doesn't stop there. The very materials used to build a dome make it a fortress against the slow, creeping decay of time. It's inorganic. Fire can't really consume it. Water can't rot it. Pests can't eat it. It's a structure built not just for one lifetime, but for generations. It just endures.
So, we've established it's incredibly safe. But is it smart? Let's shift gears from physical security to an equally important idea, its relationship with the climate, and, let's be honest, what that means for your bank account. So this concept of the thermal shield is all about simple geometry. A hemisphere has the least possible surface area for the volume it holds. Now, what does that mean in the real world? It means there's less surface for the sun to bake in the summer, and way less surface for all your precious heat to escape through in the winter. Its very design makes it a natural insulator.
And this isn't just some theory. That number, 50%, that's a potential 50% reduction in your cooling costs. That's real-world impact. The dome's thick concrete shell absorbs heat incredibly slowly, and its curve means no single part of the house gets blasted by the sun all day long. The savings can be absolutely massive.
And when you look at it like this, you can see how all those little efficiencies just stack up over time. With a box house, you're pretty much facing rising energy bills, constant repairs, and drafts coming in from a dozen different places. The dome, on the other hand, gives you low, stable energy costs, almost no upkeep, and a perfectly sealed environment. It's just a completely different economic reality. Elena just nails it right here. This isn't just about being green or eco-conscious. It's about being economically smart. A dome is an asset that literally gives you a return on your investment, month after month, year after year, just by working with the laws of physics instead of against them.
Okay, so we've covered the body and the budget. Let's move to the last and maybe the most profound piece of this puzzle, the impact this design has on the mind. We're talking about creating a sanctuary for the soul.
So, let's just pause for a second and really think about this. I want you to look around you right now. You're probably in a room that's a box. Now imagine all of those hard lines, all those sharp angles, just dissolving. What would that space actually feel like?
Inside a dome, the whole experience is different. Your eyes just follow the gentle curve of the ceiling, never hitting a hard stop. Sound waves diffuse softly, creating this really calm, quiet environment. There's this natural sense of flow, of coherence. People who live in them swear this perfect geometry creates a unique kind of psychological peace.
And this is the ultimate statement of the entire philosophy. Where the box contains you, constricts you, the dome opens up. It liberates. It suggests that our environment has a direct, powerful impact on our state of being, and that by changing the geometry of our homes, we can actually change ourselves.
So, we're left with this question. We have a structure that works with nature, not against it. A home that is stronger, more efficient, and maybe, just maybe, more peaceful. It's a design that feels like a return to first principles. The future is round. The only real question left is, will you be a part of it?